Hi there, it's Claire here from My Creative Spirit with a new mini album and new mini album workshop. This one is made from the Steampunk Spells collection, I'm sure you can tell. It's 12 by 12 papers and the patterns and solids, and I also used two of the Sizzix dies. This one, I'm just trying to read it upside down. They're like tags. I really like tag dies, and I love the shapes of these, so I've used a few of those in the album, and also this one as well, larger tags, which again I really like. So I'm always looking out for new and different tag dies, so added to my collection. This is an envelope pocket album, and because we don't get the bags over here in the UK that you can get in the US, the video that I did originally on how to make an envelope pocket album has been one of the most popular on my channel, so I thought I'd make an album. This was an album made for a workshop that I taught, and now I thought I'd share it and do an online workshop as well. So let's move the papers and take you through what's in it. The cover, really simple, it's made just from one sheet of paper, and the cover as well, I've used that image of the balloons, but it's got flowers in rather than having the pumpkin balloon top, and that's taken from the front of the 12 by 12 pad. It's the only place that image appears, so I thought we'd use it, but cleverly cut down. That actually is one sheet of paper, and then just behind here I've added one of the cut aparts from the cards. I can't think of her name, I should know her, shouldn't I? She just pops out behind there. A bit of glitter going on and a little bit of glossy accents just to stick the glitter to that cover. And then if I just show you the inside, there are 6 pockets inside. The back and the spine is just completely plain. So inside there's lots of pockets, lots of flaps and different things. So again, we've used the cut aparts. There's a pocket here with some of the stamps in. I've also stamped a bottle with one of the stamp sets and just used black embossing enamel just to highlight that. There's a little journaling spot here. I haven't put anything in, but great to add small pictures, and that just slides into the pocket there. And then the first of the pockets, I've used some of the paper left over from the front cover and one of the cut aparts just to make that pocket there. There's a small tag and room for more to be popped in under that cut apart. And this is the patterns and solids. I love the plain colours, it really does tone down the detail in the papers. And then tag number 1, they're large tags that fit inside the envelopes. Again, I've used the paper with the flowers on and the cogs, one of the cards here, and then it's just plain cream on the back for writing or photos, and that just slides in. The next page is a pocket envelope page. I've kept it quite simple. Rather than using magnets, I've just slit the paper and that little card just lifts out, forms a tab, and then lots of room inside here for bits and pieces that you might want to add in. So that one just sits flat like that. And this page I've taken patterns and solids and carried on using the black cat paper from the page there. There are some tags. Here's one of the tags made with the Sizzix die I showed you. So that one just slides in there. That one's an artist trading card die, the alterations die, and I've used the corners on it. Put a tab, that's the Stampin' Up tab punch, and that one just slides in there. And then there's another one here. I've made a pocket from the Beware cutout, and then there's just a tag with a sticker on there that just slides behind there, and then one of the stamps at the bottom. And the tag in that one, I've used the black cat paper again, stamped out a clock with black embossing powder. I thought that was different. There's lots and lots of details, so I thought I'd have something plain on there. And then set it off on one of the cutter parts that I've actually cut down so that it just fitted behind the clock. And then that one's just plain on the back as well. I've gone with the owls on this page set. I've used the whole cutter part on the moon paper, and then there is just a little tag. Kept it quite simple, but I love the shapes, so that one just slides in there. There is a little bit of glossy accents on the frame of the owl and also on his eyes, just to shine them up. And then this page set, I have to say, I did scrap lift this idea from my lovely friend Patty. Thank you, Patty. I saw it in your album and thought it was a really, really clever idea to make a pocket out of these owls. So I've literally cut round them all and used blue paper behind that from the Patterns and Solids to set them off. And then again, I've used the Sizzix cutter to make this tag. It actually folds out, but on the front there's a smaller tag, and I've cut out the centre, glittered it to make a frame, and then put some of the Patterns and Solids paper underneath, and then that's ready just to put something in the middle. I haven't decided quite what yet, but so there's that one. And then the same with this one, I've just cut the shape out. I love that shape, and that's ready to have an image added on, possibly balloons, possibly another owl, I'm not sure yet. I'll decide before the workshop. So they fit in there like that. And then the tag for this one, I've gone with the orange stripy paper and used one of the balloon cutter parts. I love that, really love that. Well, pumpkins. And then it's just plain on the back, but I have put a memory box penny farthing. That's a fabulous die. It's so detailed. I really love that one. So that's the tag that fits in there. This page I've gone stripy, spotty, orange, really bright, and then added some of the cutter parts. So that's just straight cutter part, 2 flowers here cut out and layered, and there's a file folder tag that slots into the pocket here. Again, I've left that plain on the back, and then I've cut out one of the bats from the cards, stuck him down and covered him in glossy accents so he's really shiny. He took forever to dry, I don't know why. So that one just slides in there like that. And also there is, let's show you, there is a pocket under the cutter part as well. I've got some of the cards. The little cards I've put glossy accents on and then just flicked a bit of glitter over the top of them, and that's just brought them to life. And they sit in, I really like this page, easy to do, nice pockets, you can put all sorts behind it. I've used a memory box die here for this little pocket and then cut the pocket bit off, made the tag, and that just fits. It does fit inside there. And then I've cut the owl out of another one of these tags and just put him down there just to finish off the page. So I really like that one. And then the tag that goes in the envelope, I've used the cats and also the large balloon at the top. Love that paper. So many things to cut out on that one. And then I've cut out Frightful and stuck it across at an angle, and again put a bit of glitter on that, and then just plain on the back for journaling. Next page, I've made the pocket here out of one of the cut aparts, and there's a couple of things in here. Just one of the stickers on black card, made a really nice little tag, so that one goes in there like that. I've used the same backing paper as the border on the cut apart, and then this little tag is one of the Tim Holtz movers and shapers. Cut out the clock, and it fits really nicely over the large clock on the TikTok page. So cut that out, stuck it on, and then stuck the clock over the top. I did actually cut the clock out of the card first to make a recess, and then it's just completely flat on the back. So really like that one, and then just cut out the TikTok down there. So that one slides under there like that. And then I had to use the only double card set, the Vintage Voyages lady, and she forms a belly band here, and then there are two tags underneath. One is a clock stick, again just left plain, and I've cut out another one of the clock faces, and the other one is just a file folder with one of the stickers on, and that one's plain on the back. And then I've just used the plain cream paper just to coordinate with that page set, and they go under there like that. And oh, tag in that one, I've used the book, love that. Just left it plain, and then plain on the back. You could bling it up if you wanted to, and it's sitting on clock paper at the back of that. And just slides in there like that. And then the balloons. Couldn't get all the way through the book without having a balloon page set. I love the blues and oranges. So what have I done here? Cut out some balloons and layered them to make pockets. You can actually slide things underneath them, and then the larger one makes the big pocket. And I've made a balloon tag here with the nice Sizzix dies, and then just put a balloon on the back to finish that one off. And here there is, let's get it out, a tiny little one of those dies to make a little tag, just for cute little words. That one fits in there, and then the tag in here is just a plain 6 by 3 inch tag, and I've put one of the chipboard pieces on there just to decorate it. And again, I've used the patterns and solids on this page, and I used the large balloon off the paper over some black card just mounted on the moons, and then I've stamped Spooky and again embossed that with black embossing powder, and that one's plain on the back as well. All these balloons, I've put a little bit of glossy accents on the leaves, and then I've just sprinkled some green art glitter over the top. I don't know if you can see, but they do sparkle. And then the last page set, again we've got a pocket here. I've used the clock paper all the way across, and then the back of it, just here with the spider, I've put some glossy accents and glitter on the spider there. And then the tag, I've just used Mr. Seymour Bones. I think he's my favourite image out of them all. Plain on the back, he slides under there. There's some glossy accents on the cat, and then this side I've used the frame of the pocket watch and just hooked that under the cutout of one of the clocks from the paper. Made a pocket. It's just a plain tag in there, and then there is another tag behind that, and I've cut the clocks out of that paper that was left over just to put the detail onto the tag. And that's it. That is the album. So if you'd like to join the workshop, I'll put the link to the page that you can book on down below, and let's just get back to the front cover. Flip it over there. That's the last one. Thanks very much for watching.